Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today for a very exciting Celebrity Cruises webinar. First and foremost, I hope you're doing well and staying safe and healthy. My name is Anna. I'm an Industry Relations Specialist here at CLIA, and I'm going to just quickly go through some housekeeping before introducing our presenters. This webinar will run about 45 minutes with time for questions at the end. Please feel free to type your questions into the questions module of the webinar, and we'll get to them at the conclusion of the presentation. This webinar is being recorded and will be posted on CLIA's YouTube channel, which is CLIA Global. And with that, it is my pleasure to introduce our presenters, Maria Kronk and Jessica Suchman. Jessica has been a proud member of the Celebrity Cruises brand for over 6 years. She began her career as a market sales manager working with travel advisors in the Capital Region and Mid-Atlantic. For over 3 years, she's been a part of the Celebrity Training Team and is incredibly proud of the team's hard work and accomplishments, like their Gold Magellan Award for the 5-Star Academy. Our second presenter is Maria, who has been a part of the Royal Caribbean Cruises family for 30 years. She proudly served as a field and regional sales manager for over 25 years for the Southeast region, building relationships and strengthening business with key accounts. Maria now applies her experience in the field as a key member of the Celebrity Cruises sales training team and is so excited to share the Celebrity Cruises brand distinctions with all their valued travel partners. And with that, take it away, ladies.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us this afternoon. We truly appreciate your support, and we know that it's a little bit crazy out there right now, so we wanted to take some time today to have a Q&A session to chat with you about things that are happening at Celebrity, to help give you some insight into our latest policies and make sure that everything is incredibly clear, as well as really give you some fresh ideas and some different strategies for the upswing or for the clearing when everything gets kind of back to normal. So we like to begin today with a short quote from our chairman, Richard Fain. We are already one day closer to calmer seas. So while it may not feel like that right now, every day we are getting a little bit closer, and really our focus is to help you build back your business, to help you understand everything that's happening in our industry, and really to be the best partner for you. So today we wanted to share with you how we're moving full speed ahead. There's a lot of things that we're doing every day to really make sure that we are staying up to date with the latest news, to make sure that we are putting in place the best foundation to move forward. So we love to let you know everything that we're doing on the daily basis, like taking time for multiple planning meetings because things are constantly changing, as you all know. We're closely watching port closures and government mandates, and of course we're staying connected with you. So we thank you for taking the time today, as well as many of you who may have joined us on our other webinars, and we strongly, strongly urge you to connect with your Celebrity Cruises sales manager. Right now is really the time to get into contact with them, to really put together a plan to how you're going to relaunch after all of this clears away, and to really understand more about the Celebrity brand and connect and engage with us so that you can see how our brand fits your client base. And we know that you probably have a lot of questions. We've hosted a few of these webinars before. If you've joined us, you'll see a lot of the same content, but we wanted to let you know that we truly are thinking about all of these questions on a daily basis in our meetings and in all of our discussions. So what are we doing for deployment plans for all of our destinations? Will we be extending our cancellation or cruise with confidence policy? Will we be extending final payments? So there's a lot of questions we know that you have, and we are constantly evaluating the landscape of our industry today and of our business, and really making sure that we focus on these moving forward. I know that many of you might have questions even right now about what some of these plans are, and we hope that as we go through the slides this afternoon that it will be much more clear for you and you'll be able to really focus and understand what we're doing in the market. All right, so we wanted to begin by talking about our voluntary global sailing suspension. So as many of you know, we have suspended our operations since March 14th, and that will continue through May 11th. Of course, this is all ships and all destinations, and there is one caveat to this. Our Alaska sailings are going to be suspended until July 1st. As many of you know, the ports in Canada are not open, so we will not be visiting those ports. And then we will be resuming operations. Our first sailing is actually July 3rd. That just happened to be the first sailing after the suspension lifts on July 1. So you can see here We truly are trying to do the best for you and the best for your clients. We're giving everyone two options at this point if you have one of our, if your sailing falls under our global sailing suspension. So you can receive 125% future cruise credit or a 100% refund. Now, the best part about all of this is, of course, your commissions are protected. So that was our commitment to you and everything that we're doing moving forward. So we're very, very pleased with that. And what do you need to do for the 125% FCC? Absolutely nothing. That's the best part too. We will do all the work. You just redeem the client's FCC and sail by December 31st of 2021. So I'll say that again. Nothing needs to be done if your client wishes to receive the 125% FCCs, so that's an increased value in their cruise fare in one of our future cruise credits. All you need to do is make sure they understand that they need to redeem this future cruise credit and sail by December 31st, 2021. One of the other great parts about that is that holiday sailings are covered with these FCCs, so you are able to apply this 125% FCC to a holiday sailing. So I know that's been a couple of questions as we've moved forward through many of our webinars. Now, on the flip side, if your client would prefer the 100% refund, there's no need to call in. We have a digital form on cruisingpower.com that you can fill out to request the 100% refund for your clients. Okay, now we wanted to be aware that refunds will take approximately, I believe, Maria, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe it's 30 days to process, just because
Correct.
we do have thank you, just because we do have an increased volume. And we wanted to let you know as well on the FCCs, if your client's sailing was one of our first cancellations, so that would be March 14th through April 10th, your clients will receive their FCCs by April 13th. And if your client's sailing fell in our second wave of cancellations, that would be April 11th through May 11th, your clients will receive their FCCs by April 30th. So I know that there's been a lot of questions as we've gone through our webinars. When will we see the FCCs? I don't see it in the system. That's because it is taking a little bit longer to process due to the volume. So please just make sure you're looking at when your client's sailing was, and then you will see that FCC either by the 13th of April or the 30th of April. All right. So now for those of your clients out there whose sailing wasn't canceled or wasn't part of our voluntary suspension and who may still be unsure about taking their voyage or who may still have doubts, we wanted to introduce to you Cruise with Confidence. So this allows your clients to change their ship and sail date up to 48 hours prior to their cruise departure, or they may receive a future cruise credit, which is good through 2021. So that same December 31st, 2021. So this Cruise with Confidence policy is for cruises now through September of 2020. So through September 1 of 2020. Now, again, this allows your clients that flexibility. If they're a little unsure, they're able to cancel or to reschedule up to 48 hours prior to departure. All right. Now, we wanted to also focus on some new and exciting policy changes that we hope you really are excited about, because they're going to give you more flexibility. They're going to make doing business with Celebrity Cruises much easier for you. So what's new? We've had a lot of questions about FCCs, and I suspect we may have a few questions about FCCs as we go through our broadcast today. So now what's changed is that we are allowing a one-time transfer of FCCs for 2020 sailings. This needs to be requested by September 1st. So now you may transfer the FCC one time to another 2020 sailing. So this is huge, wonderful news, because as you remember in the past, FCCs are not transferable. We are, of course, protecting commissions on either our global suspension of sailings or Cruise with Confidence. And now we wanted to enhance that by letting you know we're protecting commissions if the impacted reservation is not yet paid in full. So the commission will be based off of the amount that your client has paid. All right, I'll repeat that. We are protecting commissions even if the reservation is not paid in full. So your commission will be paid based off of the amount that is on the booking. we're very excited about that. I hope you are too. What's new for groups? We know that groups are a part of many of your business models, and they really truly do help you to build business so much quicker. So we're allowing a lot more flexibility right now in this unique situation and unique time. So for sailings through September 1st of 2020, we're allowing double name changes until 48 hours prior to sail date. So that's huge for many of you out there who are into the group environment. You know that that's not a typical procedure. So again, for sailings now through September 1st, 2020, I'm going to mix up all the 20s. We're allowing double name changes until 48 hours prior to sail date. Now, we're also allowing no deposit groups to hold up to 50 staterooms on 2020 sailings. So that's huge. Previously, no deposit groups could only hold up to 16 cabins. All right, so now we're allowing you to hold up to 50 on 2020 sailings. We're actually going to reprice 2020 groups to FIT rates or lower. We want to make sure that you have that price advantage in the group environment. We're going to hold space until final payment on sailings through December 31st, 2020. So what does that mean? That means that our typical reviews at what we call hard stop, so 180 or 120 days to sailing, are waived. So now you're allowed to hold your space until final payment with no inventory review until December 31st. We're also protecting group rates if the group runs out of inventory. So this is huge. We are actually allowing you to add up to 5 more cabins through Espresso. So if your group has sold out, you're able to add up to 5 more cabins at that same group rate. In addition, all 2020 sailings are now going to be on green status. So we are highly encouraging you to book more group space. Think groups now more than ever. This is going to be critical to helping you rebuild and bring in more of those first to cruise, first to brand guests in the future as we move forward. So we really wanted to make sure we had a solid base in the group environment to allow you to be more flexible when you're doing business with us at Celebrity Cruises. Now, I'm sure many of you probably have some questions. We wanted to take you through our FAQs and really focus in on some questions that we've had many times throughout our different broadcasts. So again, we wanted to remind you, our suspended sailings are those sailings from March 13th through May 11th. We're suspending operations through May 11th. Our Cruise with Confidence policy, remember, that allows you the flexibility to cancel or change your cruise up to 48 hours prior to departure. That is sailings through March 6th to September 1st. I can't read September for some reason today. Now, we wanted to mention some other frequently asked questions that we've been getting. We know a lot of you out there have guests that might fall into that 70 and above range and have had a lot of questions on our policies for long they're in effect. And while this is not our favorite policy, we are instituting this for the safety and well-being of our guests and our crew. And at this time, it continues to be a part of the health screening and boarding protocol. So what happens now is you can actually go to cruisingpower.com, and there is a letter there. And there's no period of time that you need to obtain this before sailing for your client. But they will need to provide the certification letter at the pier at time of boarding for those guests who are 70 and above. And again, we are constantly evaluating this and constantly determining or assessing whether this is necessary. And if boarding is denied, passengers are going to be offered an FCC. Okay, but remember, they're able to take part in Cruise with Confidence up to 48 hours prior to their voyage. So truly it is up to your client. But we are constantly assessing the need for that policy. So we just wanted to keep you updated on that. And now what happens to my clients who booked flights by Celebrity? So there's a few different things that may happen. It depends on the airfare type, as you can see, whether it's refundable air or non-refundable air that your client has booked. And it also depends on which policy they fall into. Was their sailing a suspended sailing? Or did they choose Cruise with Confidence? So they had the choice and they chose to cancel their cruise, change their cruise, or receive the FCC. Okay, they air on their own. If your clients purchased air on their own, they will have to contact the air carriers. But you can see here there's some different policies depending on airfare type and which policy your client falls under. I won't read all of that for you. What if my client wants to change from the 100% refund to the 125% FCC or vice versa? So remember, guests on our suspended sailings, our canceled sailings, they have the option of either receiving 125% FCC or a 100% refund. So if your clients wanted to change their FCC to a refund, they have until December 31st to decide or make that decision and switch. Now, if your clients selected a refund, a 100% refund, they have until that refund is processed to change it to a 125% FCC if they choose. So that is a much shorter window. You will need to make sure that refund has not processed, and they can still change to that 125% FCC if they choose. Okay. Now, we have a lot of general FCC information, and we've constantly been evaluating our FCC policies, and we highly encourage you to check the celebritykommitment.com, because this is going to have the most up-to-date information. It's going to have the most comprehensive information. Really, there you'll be able to see the specific scenarios and how they apply to your different clients' bookings. So we encourage you to go to the celebritykommitment.com and check out all of the information there. But just in general, FCCs must be redeemed and sail by December 31st. I know I've said that quite a few times today. They exclude taxes, fees, and prepaid gratuities. So those will be refunded to the client's original form of payment. And when you actually make your new booking, your FCC cannot be applied to those taxes, fees, prepaid gratuities, okay? So, you're getting that money back into the original form of payment, and you will also need to pay those on the next booking that your client makes, okay? And what if my client purchased cruise care? Now, if your client's cruise was one of our suspended or canceled sailings, their cruise fare will be refunded. And if your clients chose Cruise with Confidence, cruise care will not be refunded. So I hope that clears up some of our questions. Anna, should we pause at this point and see if we have any other burning questions out there? I know we've got a lot of information that we've just shared with everyone.
Sure, give me just 1 second.
Okay, and Maria, jump in if I've missed anything as well.
Jessica, the only thing I wanted to clear up real quickly, if you go back one slide.
Sure.
Under new for groups, it says double name changes allowed until 48 hours prior to sailing. That is also the policy for individual reservations as well. I didn't want anyone to think that was just a group policy, because it does apply to individuals as well. So I just wanted to let everybody know that, just in case.
Perfect. Thank you.
And we do have just 2 questions. One from Melissa, who is wondering if Alaska sailings fall under the second wave of cancellations.
Let me think of the
I guess technically it did fall under the second wave because we extended it through to July 1st sailings.
Yes.
It's a technicality. If she wants to ask a specific question about the suspended sailings, we could probably answer it a little clearer. Not sure if she wants to type it back in there.
Sure, I will invite Melissa to do so. In the meantime, we do have some attendees wondering if clients do want a 100% refund. How is that refund coming back to them? Is it on the credit card that made the purchase, or if it's distributed among the passengers in the cabin?
There's a couple of different formulas. There is a great explanation of how we distribute the funds on the FAQs in the Celebrity Commitment. So if you go to www.thecelebritycommitment.com, the FAQs they're separated by Cruise with Confidence FAQs and Suspended Sailing FAQs, but it does actually show you how we come about to calculate the funds on a future cruise credit. If they want a refund, then of course, if they're following the policy, then it would go back to the form of payment. So it just depends on what they're asking for, if it's an FCC or or a refund.
Okay, got it. And just some clarification from Melissa. I hope this applies to other people as well. Her clients are scheduled for Alaska June 4th, would like to reschedule for June 21. So she just wants to know when she can process the rebooking.
Oh, okay. Well, that definitely gives me more information. So, Melissa, what we recommend that you do is you can either book them in Espresso, or you can call the call center, so whichever one you prefer using. But if you were to call the call center and your FCC has not been issued, because FCCs are taking approximately 14 to 30 days to issue, you don't need to have the FCC number in order to book the new reservation. All that we're asking the client to do is pay for the taxes and fees on the new booking, because obviously they have to pay for that anyway. That's not part of the FCC amount. So let's say you book today and your FCC isn't issued yet. You can ask the res agent pretty much how much the FCC value is going to be for, because remember, when you are rebooking to another ship and sailing date, the price will be different, and possibly the taxes and fees could be different. So on the original booking, the taxes and fees and anything else that you've added to the booking, like Flights by Celebrity or Cruise Care, would be refunded to the form of payment. The FCC encompasses the cruise fare and the NCCFs only. So that amount, the res agent could most likely tell you what to expect for the FCC amount. So now you can go in and actually make the new booking, apply the taxes and fees and anything else that you want to the new reservation. Once the FCC comes, and by the way, the booking is held with taxes and fees. Once the FCC comes, you can actually go into Espresso, and we're going to show you how to do that here in 1 second. We're going to show you that you can go into coupon redemption, and in cruisingpower.com, you find in cruisingpower.com, you will find coupon redemption. Enter the booking number, the new booking number, apply the FCC number, and you're all set. So it's actually a very simple process. I may not have explained it clearly because I'm not on that screen, but I will show it to you again here in just a moment.
Perfect. And just one quick follow-up. Latanya is wondering if you would still receive the same perks from your original booking.
No, Latanya, you actually wouldn't, because of course, you know, you had made it the booking originally based on a promotion that we had at the time. However, currently we have a very attractive promotion. Jessica, isn't it 2 perks plus savings?
I believe so. Yep.
Yeah, currently in the market right now. So I'm not sure what you had before, but I'll tell you what I would do is, you know, take a look at the current promotion, which I believe is 2 perks plus the savings, and then reach out to your sales manager, your celebrity sales manager, and see if they can assist you, if, you know, to try to help make that client whole on that reservation.
Okay, perfect. It looks like those are all of our related questions right now, and people can keep typing in their questions throughout, and we'll get to them at the end.
Absolutely. Thank you for those questions. Those were great questions. I appreciate that. So on the next slide that we're coming to, we just wanted to let you know, this is an example of what we're doing by changing our itineraries, or not sailing to Canada at the present time, because Canada is not allowing our cruise ships to go there. So what we've done is we've taken the summit sailings in May and in June, and we've made a couple of changes. So for example, on the summit on May 19th is a 9-night sailing Cape Liberty round trip, and we are going to overnight in Bermuda. So that gives our wonderful guests some more time in that beautiful destination. So that's what we've done for that 9-night. And on the May 28th sailing, we have added Nassau to the itinerary in place of the Canada port. And then finally on June 16th, there's a 12-night Maine and Bermuda, and we've added Bermuda overnighting 2 nights in Kings Wharf. So that gives our guests still a great experience. Presently, the June 6th sailing has no itinerary changes. That's the one that I'm hoping to sail on, and that goes down to Charleston and overnights in Charleston, and also overnights in Bermuda and Portland, Maine. It doesn't overnight in Portland, Maine. Portland, Maine is a day stop, and then overnights in Bermuda for 2 nights. So that's a beautiful itinerary. I encourage all of you to take a look at that one. Many of you are concerned about our crew, as we are, and have asked us many questions about our crew and our ships. And you know, they really are what makes us want to continue sailing and looking towards the future, is these beautiful vessels that we've built and continue to maintain, and then our wonderful crew that services our guests so beautifully on these cruises and makes such memorable vacation experiences. So we wanted to post this for you so you could know where our ships are. They're anchored out in the waters for the most part. Luckily, I can see 3 of our beautiful ships in Tampa Bay, because that's where I'm at. So I've been able to see the Infinity, the Summit, and Silhouette from a distance, and they look absolutely beautiful out there in Tampa Bay, and we've been blessed with beautiful weather lately. So our crew has mainly gone home whenever we could repatriate them. Obviously, during times like this, you know, the crew wants to be with their families. There is still crew on board. They are keeping busy, but oftentimes our wonderful captains are allowing them to enjoy the ship and use the facilities on board the ship. So we take very good care of our crew, because they take very good care of us and our guests on board. So I thought you all might like that. So we wanted to come up with a list of things that you could do today that will help you prepare for when we start sailing again. And of course, the most important thing is to make sure you contact your celebrity sales manager. They are really waiting to help you get started again. They're willing to help you maneuver through all of the questions you might have specifically for your bookings. They are waiting for you to contact them, and some of them are actually reaching out to you, hopefully. We also encourage you at this time to become an espresso expert. If you go to bookespresso.com, there is a tutorial, very easy to follow and very engaging tutorial on how to maximize our booking tool called Espresso. And we also have a little helper that pops up every once in a while in Espresso called Latte. And Latte can guide you if you're stuck somewhere. Latte will guide you to locate things throughout the booking process. So it's an incredible tool. We also want to encourage you to join our loyalty program, our agent loyalty program called Celebrity Rewards. We've had this program now for 3 years, and I can share with you that many of our travel agents who sell Celebrity have earned thousands of dollars on their reloadable MasterCard to use as they please towards vacations or towards anything they want, because we pay you, the agent of record, on every single reservation that you book. We give you 500 bonus points that is redeemable for $5. Now, that doesn't sound like a lot, but believe me, it adds up. And again, many of our agents have enjoyed the benefits of this program. Many times we give you opportunities to earn double and triple points on your Celebrity Rewards accounts. And this is not prizes. This is cold, hard cash to enjoy any way that you choose. We also want to encourage you to become a 2020 5-Star Academy graduate. Where you find the 5-Star Academy is on cruisingpower.com, and you look under the training tab and you will find the 5-Star Academy. Now, Jessica and I yearly update the Academy for specific reasons. We have a brand that is always evolving, ever changing, and we want to make sure that we're giving you the latest information on how to differentiate the Celebrity brand from other brands to help you sell the product. So we have once again launched the 2020 version of the 5-Star Academy. It's ready for your certification. There are a lot of benefits, and one of those benefits to being a graduate this year is to be invited to one of many 5-Star Academy at Sea sailings that are only available for our 2020 grads. Now, we've had to cancel a few of them. We had 7. We plan on adding a few more towards the latter part of the year, but we presently have, just to give you an example, an Alaska sailing on August the 30th is available. And I encourage you to reach out to your celebrity sales manager if you're interested in any of these sailings. So on August 30th, the Eclipse is available. We have Equinox sailings out of Fort Lauderdale in July, August, October. We have a Constellation sailing out of Tampa, November 14th, the first 7-night sailing out of Tampa. I'm very excited about that one. So please become a 5-star graduate and enjoy the many benefits of being a 5-star graduate. And Jessica mentioned the CelebrityCommitment.com. This is your one-stop shop for everything to keep you abreast of what's happening every day and in the future with all of our promotions. We want to encourage you to continue encouraging your clients to book on board with all the extra perks that they get when they're on board and they book a future cruise. And of course, you get all the commission and recognition for that second cruise that they're booking. We want to make sure that you're familiar with Sail Your Way, which is our pricing strategy. It starts off with 2 perks. And we just want to remind you that when you book your groups with Celebrity, when you block the group, you automatically get 2 perks built into the price. So not only are you able to offer your guest additional perks and amenities, but you're getting commission on a higher amount because the perks are built in. So we want to remind you that is our Sail Your Way pricing strategy and is absolutely applicable to groups. When you block the shell, you get 2 perks. Now, I want to show you a little secret that's been around for actually quite a while. And it's a tool found in cruisingpower.com called Insight. This is now where you can be proactive to find all of your FCCs for your clients. It's been there for a very, very long time. Perhaps you don't have access to it. Perhaps you need to contact your agency's Cruising Power administrator. So each one of you is either the Cruising Power administrator for your agency, or maybe your owner or manager is the agency's Cruising Power administrator. So if you open up your computers and you go to cruisingpower.com and you select Booking Tools, under the 5 tabs across the top, there is one called Booking Tools, and you do not see Insight listed as an option, then you will definitely want to contact your agency administrator so that they can give you access, because that is where all of your future cruise certificates are going to be available to you. So you'll be able to access them and download the report into an Excel spreadsheet so that you can follow up and book your clients. You'll be ready to make new bookings and double your original commission on the new sale. So as it shows on the screen, you actually click on Future Compensation Leads. That is the FCC distinction. Click on All Leads, and then you'll be able to see all of your FCCs, just like it shows on the screen. It shows the brand, the ship, the original sailing date and original booking number, the guest's last name and first name, the FCC certificate number. It will be titled FCC-Savings, the amount of the future cruise credit, how many days left before it expires, and you will notice that they will all of them will have December 31st, 2021 if they apply to our canceled sailing policy or our Cruise with Confidence policy, because that is the official expiration date of any future cruise credits. So I hope that you will find Insight to be very valuable. We do have a one-pager that explains how to use Insight and how to access the coupon redemption field, and we just posted it today on the Celebrity Commitment. So we hope you will look for that in the Celebrity Commitment, and you'll be able to basically it's a 3-step process, which I think is on the next slide. So you locate the FCC in your Insight tool, just like I showed you. You make the new booking using Espresso or calling in our call center, and then you submit the FCC using the coupon redemption form on Cruising Power. So it's very, very easy to apply FCCs. And if you extending options through May 31st for guests who intend to rebook using their FCC who have not yet received them. So we just wanted to make sure that you understood that if you don't have your future cruise credit today and you want to make a new reservation, you will be able to do so through May 31st, because we'll have all the FCCs issued before then, of course, hopefully by then or before then. But you do still have to pay for the taxes and fees on the booking regardless.
Maria, before we move on from that, I just wanted to mention to everyone that we also have on the celebritycommitment.com a great overview video that shows you how to locate your FCCs and how to redeem them in Cruising Power on Espresso. So if you go to the celebritycommitment.com and you go to our training center tab, under our recorded webinars, you'll find that overview. I think it's about 10 to 12 minutes that shows you step-by-step how to locate and redeem FCCs. So if you're feeling a little unsure, I think that's probably one of the best things that you could do is to go watch that video, and it shows you exactly where to go in each location and exactly how to apply that FCC.
Perfect. Thank you, Jess. So final words of wisdom, just some things that we wanted to share with you that we think will really prepare you for when things get back to normal. So we've been talking a lot about redeeming FCCs. We encourage you to follow up. Remember, the FCCs belong to the guest, belong to your clients. You know, we don't want them to take those FCCs and go to another travel agent. We want you to get double commission on the sale and the relationship that you've built with that customer. So please reach out to your clients, and they're going to appreciate that, because you know, you may feel like you're not doing any selling, but you really are, because servicing is selling. They need to hear from you. They want to hear from you. They want to know that their money that they've paid for their cruise is salvageable, and that they'll be able to cruise again on Celebrity. So it's up to you to deliver loyalty, great service if you expect it in return. Please give extra love to our 70-plus guests. They, you know, with the recent advisories, I'm sure that they're not feeling the love, and we love and appreciate them so much, and we hope that this rule will go away very quickly. We want to prepare you for the momentum changes to positive, have your accelerator to normal, and, you know, have a plan. Really think about what you want to do to jumpstart your sales again. And then our target audience, we just want to remind you that we do have a multicultural, multi-generational, target audience, and it is between ages 35 and 55. And those are the people that you're really going to want to target, because they're the ones who are desperately going to need some time away after all this. And don't wait for the call. Use our tools and our ideas that we shared with you to be proactive. So I'd like to now go ahead and ask, well, just a couple reminders here. We want to thank you, first of all, and yes, we are definitely with you, but we've been mentioning the celebritycommitment.com over and over again, because we want to make sure that you are aware this is your #1 source of information, as well as our recorded webinars are also found under the Training Center in the celebritycommitment.com. But should you need any assistance whatsoever, there is a phone number on your screen, 1-844-418-6824, and please remember to reach out to your Celebrity Sales Manager. So with that, Anna, I'd like to open it up, and Jess and I can answer a few more questions.
Perfect, thank you. Our first question from Joseph is wondering if you can explain the cruise with confidence for those who are new.
Of course.
Sure.
One moment, and I will take us back to that slide if you want to start, Maria. 1 second.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So Cruise with Confidence is basically for our sailings that the Cruise with Confidence actually started on May 6th. Let me start from the beginning. And it includes sailings right now through September 1st, 2020. So if you fall in that time frame from March 6th through September 1st, 2020, that is what we're talking about when we discuss the Cruise with Confidence policy. So what we're saying is your clients can cancel up to 48 hours before sailing and get all of their money back. So they have a couple of options. They really don't have to make a decision today because they can change their sail date up to 48 hours before the cruise or receive a future cruise credit that they can use through December 31st of 2020. So it's really a pretty comprehensive package. It covers a lot of sailings. It covers a lot of different scenarios. Like I said, it applies to sailings from now through September 1st. So if it's outside of September 1st, we really have not extended that policy again to any further sailings at this time. So hopefully that answers your question on the Cruise with Confidence policy.
Perfect. Thank you. Our next question is from Melissa, who is wondering if 5-Star Academy needs to be taken every year, if it's just an update, or if taking the complete course each year is a requirement.
That's a great question, Melissa. So the course takes about 2.5 to 3 hours, depending. You don't have to take it all at one time. You can take portions of it and then come back, and it saves what you've done. There's actually 5 modules on the 5-Star Academy. We do update it every year. We're not telling you you're recertifying. We're suggesting that you certify annually because of all the changes to the brand. And, we change everything from our onboard products to the revolutionized ships to, adding new ports of call. We're not talking about teaching you promotions. We're talking about teaching you how to sell the brand and what differentiates Celebrity. So we do update it every year, and we do ask you to certify every year. But again, it only takes about 2.5 to 3 hours, depending on, how much time you want to devote to it.
Perfect. Thank you for that clarification. We do have a lot of attendees wondering if there is an opportunity to get on one of the ships. So do you have ship inspections or fam trips or any opportunities for agents to get on?
We have suspended, obviously, we've suspended our ship tours, which we do a lot of every year, and that really saddens us right now. But unfortunately, we're under CDC guidelines, and until that's lifted, we're not planning on reinstituting our ship tour policy. However, we are still promoting our 7 5-Star Academy at Sea sailings, and I had mentioned a few of those that were available. So if you are a 2020 graduate of the 5-Star Academy, all you have to do is reach out to your Celebrity Sales Manager, and they will send you the qualification form, which is an automated form. You fill that out in about 1 minute. You can send it back to them, and they will send you the invitation so that you can make your booking on the 5-Star Academy at Sea sailing of your choice. Now, we will be expanding this program quite a bit into 3rd and 4th quarter, and I would stay very close to the Celebrity commitment because once we start sailing again, we want to give our loyal travel advisors every opportunity to sail with us. So there may be some great opportunities for you for that as well.
Okay, great. Thank you. And it looks like these will be our last questions. We have some people wondering what is the best way to get some very specific questions answered. Should they reach out to you guys? Can you repeat the phone number that they should call?
Yeah, we can go back to that last page and give you that phone number again. The best thing to do is, if you have very specific questions, is to contact our call center. The first few weeks, it was very tough to get through, but now it's not. So if you have a specific question, please contact 844-418-6824. or you could reach out to your celebrity sales manager, and they're happy to assist you as well.
Okay, perfect. And it looks like that wraps up our questions. So thank you so much, Maria and Jessica, for all that wonderful information.
Thank you, Anna, and thank you, everyone, for joining us today. We can't do it without you, and we know these are difficult times, but we're in it together, and we're going to get through it together. We promise.
Absolutely. We thank you for your support.
Yes, thank you, everyone, and have a fantastic rest of your week. Bye.
Thank you, Anna. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Anna.